when you weren't listening when I told you a few minutes ago that they now call the Senior Tour the Champions Tour. But actually not listening is one of your specialties. And you're good at it too. So anyway, as I was telling you before, when I was out of action for about 3 years, suicidally depressed, these people who had this golf training machine were looking for me, because every place they went with it, all over the continent, people said, you got to show this to Tom Shea. So, and they talked to a friend of theirs who knew me, but I wasn't coming out of my black hole for anything. So finally, when I came out after 3 years, I saw the machine. This guy took me down to Connecticut. I lived in Massachusetts. And I said, yeah, this thing is great. So we called up these people. They flew up from Orlando. They were there in a couple of days. And I spent an hour with the lady, mostly telling her to shut up and telling her what a bitch she was. Because she was. And after an hour, she said, you know, I can see why people remember you. You're a character, but that's not the thing that impresses me the most. She said, the thing that impresses me the most is that they remembered what you taught them. They call them Sheaisms, you know? So anyway, no. I'm sitting here by myself in a fucking motel room in Seattle, like a few thousand yards from the #2 suicide bridge in the country, right behind the Golden Gate Bridge. This one is, it's actually the George Washington Bridge, but they call it the Aurora Bridge because there is another George Washington Bridge in New York, and that's what people tend to think of. So, how much credibility could I possibly have living in a fucking flea bag motel on one of the skid rows of Seattle? And actually, you know what? The term skid row, that comes from Seattle. It's from the logging business. Way back when, they used to have these hills and they would slide or skid the logs down. It was Skid Row. And, you know, it wasn't the highest priced real estate in town, so people that lived on Skid Row were pretty much fucking bums, you know? Not much has changed since then. Now, I can talk a fucking hole through the wind if that's what you want me to do, but I don't know what you want me to do, so I'm just talking. And you're making signals like this, which means, like, I don't know, keep it coming, all right? So, I'm on Percocet. Right here, these little beauties right here. Prescription. So I'm a little loopy, but most of my friends can't tell when I'm loopy or stoned or just regular, you know? Because I'm pretty fucked up to begin with, because I'm bipolar. Some guy said I had schizophrenic affectations, but some other psychiatric nurse said probably not. So what am I doing here, Robert, huh? Well, I was homeless because my daughter put me on the street. How do you like that? And friends helped me out. One thing led to another, and I had a friend of mine had stayed in this motel, so I came over here. And I call the motel manager the warden, you know? And I call us inmates. That's what I call the people in the mental hospitals, which I've been in numerous times since April 1st, 1997. In and out of lockdown psych wards, you know? Not that I was dangerous to anybody else, but I was going to kill myself. Not that I didn't love life, but I figured, what the fuck? You people want me to keep doing this shit your way? It's not working. I took every pill they gave me, did everything they said from April 1st, 1997 until last summer when I ended up homeless. I said, you know what? I don't think this is working out too well. So my doctor already took me off the antidepressant, and then I refused the mood stabilizer because I figured marijuana was a good mood stabilizer, you know? So I don't happen to have any now, but I smoke pot and occasionally have a drink. That's about it. I was playing golf a little bit, and then I broke my wrist last September 24th, right after I had met this girl who had ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Now, I don't know if you folks know what that is, but it's a progressively paralytic condition where you average life expectancy is something like 2 to 5 years, and then you just kind of suffocate, you know? Anyway, that's another story for another day.
Okay, that's good.